Hello and welcome back to Abby Ever After. I am Abby and it has been a good few years since you last saw me. I have been very busy and I can do a whole life update video if people are interested. But the big things that have changed since you last saw me is I now have a more permanent 9 to 5 full-time job than working in retail. I have moved out of my family home and live in my own place now with my partner. And I'm back to enjoying all things Disney and reading and kind of a bit back to my normal self again. Lockdowns definitely threw me for one, and I was getting used to different paces of life. But I am back, and today I'm here to share a very exciting announcement that I am going on another Disney trip. I went on a Disney trip last year with my family back to Walt Disney World, but because that was a family trip I kept it all private. And it had been delayed so many times from COVID, I still was never convinced if it was actually going to happen. But this Disney trip is one like I have never done before. It will be my first time going to this location. And if you follow me on Instagram, you do already know about this trip, so it may not be that exciting for you. But I will be going on my first ever Disney cruise. There has been a lot of people going on cruises this year, but I already made this decision before I saw most people book their cruise. So I've been enjoying watching everyone's vlogs. We've been really enjoying travel with Beth. We enjoyed Adam and Gary C's last trip, and a whole host of other people as well. If you want any recommendations, let me know and I can go back through my search history and find out who I've been watching. So this cruise will be just a 3-night cruise to Belgium. I decided to book it because me and my partner have never done a Disney cruise and he's never done any cruise before. I have done one when I was 13, so a very long time ago now. That was over 10 years ago, and it will be 11 years when we go next year. So we decided just a short one just to get us in and see if we enjoyed that type of magic. I've also never been to Belgium. I've travelled through it but never stopped. So I'm very excited. So what is our itinerary? So as I said, this is a cruise to Belgium. So we leave from Southampton, I believe on the 16th of August. It is a Friday. We will then on the Saturday arrive in the morning at Belgium. On the Sunday we will then have a whole day at sea and then come back to Southampton on the Monday morning. It's a perfect time as well for me because my work is always closed during that week, so I always take annual leave then, so it's nothing extra in my planning, and it means I have something to look forward to. Today it is 320 days until we go. We booked this trip at 366 days, so it is feeling like the time is already going quite quick, but not quick enough because it will have been a whole year by the time we go since we booked. I will say booking that early was really helpful because we looked now and the prices have already gone up quite a lot since we booked then. The room that we have booked is a ocean view room. I don't really like the idea of inside rooms. When I travelled before, we had a window room, and for this type of cruise I didn't really see the benefit in having a veranda or a room with a balcony, so the ocean view was perfect. And we're on deck 2. So quite close to some of the restaurants and a lot of the main space areas, obviously a bit further away from some of the pools, because they are obviously up at deck 11 and 12, but still seems like a good location to me, and I will obviously be vlogging the trip and then giving you a full-on review afterwards. So my 3 kind of plans and the 3 things I'm most looking forward to on the trip are, number 1, just experiencing the Disney magic in a different way. I have never done a cruise, and from watching all the vlogs it does still seem really magical but in a slightly different way, and all the different character meet and greets that you can do seem really fun and exciting, especially in different costumes. Number 2 is actually going to Belgium, and the excursion that I hope to do is the Chocolate Factory tour, which sounds really fun, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that booked. And my birthday is actually in July, so my mum has said that she will hopefully treat me to that excursion as my birthday present, which I'm really grateful for, and it feels really fun and has helped keep the budget of this trip down a little bit more as well. And the third thing that I'm most looking forward to is trying all the different restaurants, all the different themes, and the different foods that you get. as well as I like the different live entertainment. When I was on the cruise before, we didn't really do a lot of the sit down restaurants because me and my sister were quite young and just preferred the buffet style. So I'm really looking forward to getting that more authentic experience this time around. So that is everything I have to share so far about this trip. If you have any questions, let me down below, or if you're travelling on this cruise, I would also love to know.